Is this the most important moment in all of rock history? Today, we are reacting to Elvis Presley comeback special. Tell them which song it is.
That's a good question.
I know.
Gospel production number.
68
Sorry, that
comeback
doesn't
special.
really roll off the tongue.
It doesn't. Yeah, I know I read it once and then
Yes, that's why I had to look at it again, make sure I got it right. I'm sorry. Who are you? Introduce yourself.
What's up, everybody? I'm Paper Chase.
And it's the one and only Diamond Don Juan. We are back with another reaction just for you.
That's right, baby. We are back, and we've done some Elvis on this channel, and every single time we have an absolutely great time. And, you know, we were reading up just a little bit about this performance. It did say that this was one of the most important moments in all of rock history, because Elvis was kind of at his, he was declining a little bit in popularity.
Yeah, it sounded like he just leaned into like doing movies and people were kind of like, you know, maybe taking him less seriously. That the new generation that was coming up had kind of only known Elvis from some of his movies, which, you know, people maybe thought were a little cheesy or formulaic. And this was his way of solidifying himself, coming back and showing the world that he is one of the greats, one of the best to ever do it, if not the best. So we have never heard this song. Neither one of us. We have never seen the video. It should go without saying. So we're going to dive in today.
Let's get it.
Very little. There's been a big change in the music field in the last 10 or 12 years. You like that, huh?
No, they hadn't learned it yet.
That's the reason I retired 8 years ago. And I think everything's improved. The sounds have improved, and the musicians have improved. The engineers have certainly improved. And, I like a lot of the new groups, you know, the Beatles and the Beards and whoever. But I really like a lot of the new music. But a lot of it is basically, our music is basically, rock and roll music is basically gospel or rhythm and blues. And, or it sprang from that. And people have been adding to it, adding instruments to it, experimenting with it.
his aura.
Up above my head.
Dude, yeah, this is just solidifying that he's the king, man.
I like that. So I didn't know what to expect, you know, when we read the you know the song title and everything. I was like, huh, interesting. And there's so much that's, you know, very, you know, remarkable about this performance. Like, it's a time capsule. You definitely get the, like, you know, 60s vibe with even just like the imagery and everything. But I really appreciate the fact that he was talking about the roots of rock and roll music. And I'd seen people put in the comments that, like, you know, he was very, you know, committed to kind of like letting people know where he came from. You know, not just like his origins, but like the origins of the music. Cause that is one thing that I had heard is people say, like, oh, he was doing, like, you know, black music, if you will, to a degree. But I'd seen people in the comments, you know, specifically say that he was always, you know, giving people their flowers, giving people kudos, uplifting, you know, the roots of where he got his inspiration from. And I just thought that was great because he said it right there. Like, look, you know, all these artists that are coming out, they're great. They're advancing everything. It sounds better. They're pushing the envelope, but let's give credit to the people that started this. And a lot of this music comes out of gospel. Then he goes into the gospel, you know, kind of feel, but like right here, that's why I wanted to pause it here. You can feel that switch. And it's like taking that original origin and then doing the little switch and showing like the more updated version.
Yeah, definitely.
Won't you tell me where could I go to the Lord? Up above my head, there is music in the air. Up above my head, there is music in the air. Up above my head, there is music in the air. Oh, yeah. And I really do believe, really do believe, really do believe there's a heaven somewhere.
That boy's smooth.
There's a heaven somewhere. I wanna soothe my heart, I wanna ease my mind, I wanna move my shoes and see what I can find. I wanna stand up tall and I wanna hug my eyes. I wanna reach out my hand until I touch the skies. I was a poor lost lad in a deep dark hole, but now I found that light that saved my soul. I used to drink, I used to smoke, I used to smoke, drink, and dance a hoochie coo. I used to smoke and drink and dance a hoochie coo. Oh, yeah. Now I'm standing on this corner, praying for me and you. That's why I'm saved. I'm saved. People, let me tell you about a kingdom coming. I'm saved. I'm saved. Well, I can preach until you're deaf and dumb. I'm in that soul saving army, beating on that big bass drum. I used to lie. I used to cheat. I used to lie, cheat, step on people's feet. I used to lie and cheat and step on people's feet. Now I'm stepping on the glory. Salvation is my beat.
We've seen a lot.
I mean,
of
that was a
Elvis.
legit gospel song.
Yeah.
I won't say that I wasn't expecting that, but it does. Damn, how times have changed. Because I can't imagine anything like that being played on the air today.
Yeah, no, absolutely, especially not on a mainstream like that was supposed to be a Christmas special. So I kind of understand too how they
Yeah.
put some gospel into that, but yeah, I mean it's definitely not anything that'd be played on, national broadcasted TV nowadays.
I mean, I just immediately, and I know this is messed up, but I just started thinking about like now we have like Sam Smith that's like dancing around in devil horns and like all these artists that are like leaning into this like devil. It's like gone the almost opposite direction. That's why I'm saying it's like it's almost like a clear cut like difference that you can see from how it was, in 68 to how it is today.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, I thought that the whole performance was absolutely beautiful and remarkable. And even the song too, yeah, like it was a gospel song, but it was like so upbeat and so fun and so catchy that like,
Yeah.
I'm not like one to like really ever get into like gospel type music at all. And for me, this was incredible.
It was enjoyable. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm not like a big gospel person either. Just being completely honest. I'm not even super religious, but I look at it and I'm like, are we better off now? Is it better when we had people that were like, yeah, I mean, he's talking about being saved. He used to drink, he used to smoke, he used to step on people's feet and acknowledging that and saying that, he's been saved, like, and living a better life, even though he was sinning. Like, that's a good, positive message, no matter who you are. So that's why it's like such a juxtaposition of like night and day today when I see like so many of these pop stars that I'm like, running around masquerading with devil horns on. And I'm like, is that really better? Is that progress? Like, are we really doing better? Again, I'm not super religious, but I look at that and I'm like, it kind of creeps me out a little bit if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, and like if I'm going to be honest with you, yeah, like I don't like that symbolism at
Yeah.
all. I don't think that that's good symbolism, but like, there's times too where I turn my eye to it, like AC/DC. Like we
Yeah.
love AC/DC. We listen to AC/DC all the time, but they have insane satanic symbolism throughout their music.
Yes. Yeah. And so that's where I struggle sometimes because I'm like, I do enjoy it. Highway to Hell. That's a good song.
It's a good song. Yeah, but it's all about living virtuously. And, like I do consider myself a Christian, even though I don't like go to church consistently. But, I feel like it's especially like having a daughter. I think it's important to raise them with that type
Yeah.
of morals and, believe in something too, like believe in something that's going to save you. Or,
Yeah. And to me, it's like about having balance too, because I realize that some of it is just like performative. Like part of what you're doing in some cases is it's like, oh, I just want to rebel. It's just rebelling for rebelling's sake. It's not that deep. There's not that much thought that's been put into it.
Yeah.
But then sometimes I'm like, it feels like it's a little more than that. And I guess what I'm getting at is just like, again, like that is on a nationally televised special that is very clearly like a religious message that he's unabashedly putting it out there. This is a gospel song. I'm giving praise. There's no doubt about it. There's no way to get around it. I don't know if that's something that, people would do nowadays.
100%. And back to just kind of we started out this video saying, was this one of the most important moments in rock history? And absolutely, because especially like, he gave shout out to the Beatles who were just thriving in that era. And he came back and basically was like, just reminded everybody who the king is, and I think that's so important because if he wouldn't have done that and his legacy would have, I mean, no, I'm never going to say his legacy would have disappeared or faded away, but like if his legacy would have been diminished by just doing movies and he would have never came back and made that strong stance, we might not be talking about Elvis the same way we do today.
Yeah, it just goes to show like a ballsiness, to a degree. Because when I heard, when we were kind of brushing up a little bit about this special in particular and what it meant, and it's like context for the time period. Obviously we weren't around at that time, so we don't really know what it was like. But it was supposed to be a Christmas special, which had a certain tone to it. And he was like, look, I have this vision for it. And that just shows like what an artist he was to be able to look at it and say, hey, you know, I know we're doing a Christmas special. I know that you have this idea of what you want it to be, but you know, I need to take control. Artistically, this is what I want to do. And we were reading that it was kind of more of a stripped down version. And just like the outfit, like everything, like, you know, we did another reaction from this. And just that suit, like you said, the aura, it's like there were these conscious choices that were made just in the visual imagery of what he's wearing that just are so striking that it just paints that picture of like, oh yeah, this is why he's an icon.
Absolutely.
You can see that.
Absolutely. Well, hey, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did. If you had a good time, do us a favor, drop a like. It takes just a second. Also, if you want to join us on this journey of just having a great time watching stuff we've never seen before, hit that subscribe button. Don't wait till later. Subscribe right now.
That's right. And we will see you on the next one. Peace.